Blessings, everyone. Today we'll be talking about the Solar Plexus Chakra, which is right above your belly button and below your ribs. And it encompasses all of the digestive areas. It's also considered the power center and our emotional center. So when you think about it, when you get nervous or excited about something and you get those butterflies, um, this is where our emotions reside. So the Sanskrit name for this chakra is Manipura, and it means shining gem or city of jewels. I think that's just really beautiful. The element of this um, chakra is fire, so I got the candles going. And which makes sense, when we tend to feel pain in our belly, we like to say our belly's on fire. Well, that's because that's the element that is associated with this and why it is the power center. So it's also considered in indigenous and Native American traditions to be the most important chakra out of all of them. We like to think that the crown or the third eye are the most important, or even the heart, but it's actually this one right here, the solar plexus, that is the most important. And so indigenous people knew it, especially now with Western science, and they've discovered the gut-brain connection. So the this chakra right here, the belly, the digestive system, is considered a second brain, which is why a lot of times people will say you are what you eat, because what you put in your belly directly affects your brain. So, yeah, so it's also, like I said, connected to the emotional center. So, keeping that in mind, when the way we can tell that our solar plexus is not in balance, obviously, we're having issues like with diseases of the stomach, ulcers, Crohn's disease, stomach cancer, but some of the emotional things some of the emotional symptoms of an unbalanced solar plexus can be a lack of confidence, our inability to make a decision or move forward. When you think about it, this chakra sits right in the middle of our body. If this is stuck, then everything else is out of balance. And so, yeah, some of the other physical symptoms are IBS, leaky gut, and some of the other emotional symptoms of an unbalanced chakra can be your emotions being way out of control, or the exact opposite, not being able to feel anything. So, also like irresponsibility or feeling helpless, and also misuse of power. Using your power to get what you want at the expense of others, or not stepping into your power and not claiming your power. That is also a sign of a blocked um, solar plexus. So when we work on our solar plexus to bring that back into balance, the benefits include our personal will and personal power. we have a tendency, to be able to, we'll be able to take more responsibility for our own lives instead of blaming others. And, that includes keeping your power instead of giving it away. Because when we blame other people or our past for our current state, um, we're actually giving away our power. So let's take it back. And also, the other benefits are clarity of judgment, um, better self control of our emotions, self assurance, confidence, better relationships, and it's really super beneficial. So, when, um, when we talk about our emotions in the solar plexus, we have a tendency, just in general, to label certain emotions as bad. Like sadness, anger, fear, um, judgment. So there's nothing wrong, per se, with these emotions. They're all part of who we are, they're a part of humanity, they're a part of our existence. It's when we reject those feelings or we project them out onto others, that's when it causes us the greatest pain, physical and emotional and spiritual. So once again, I kind of been glancing over at this paper. It'll be included in the attachments to this video. So remember to print them out because it's got a lot more information than what I'm saying that you can read, and a lot of different things that you can do to help bring this back into balance. So the first thing that you can do that I suggest is connecting to the element of fire. You can light some candles, you can gaze into the flame. That's one way to connect to fire. If you have a fireplace, you can build a fire, or if you have a fire pit, you can build a fire. There's all different ways that you can connect with fire. And, if you have the space and you can do this safely, you can actually build a fire and then write down what you'd like to let go of. For instance, maybe you want to let go of anger or fear, or you want to let go of jealousy or lack of self-love. What you can do is write that down and then offer it to the fire. Let the fire burn that up. And yeah, you can create your own fire ceremony. It's really easy to do. Don't light your tail on fire like my dog is trying to do. If you have a tail. He likes to get close to the fire, and I keep telling him that he doesn't need to be baptized by fire. I've already done that with fire dancing. So, or if you don't have any of those actual tools of fire, you can just meditate on the element of fire. You can do the fire breath. You can, look that stuff up on YouTube too. And also breathing, learning how to belly breathe. And if you're watching this video, then you obviously have access to my meditations. And so I just did a breath meditation, breathing into the belly. And you can find that on the meditation page. And that also works really well with with this. So, yeah. Or you could go watch fire dancers or even learn how to fire dance. I used to be terrified of fire, um, to the point where I didn't even know how to build a fire. I was very nervous around it. And I was living up in the forest in Canada for 4 months. And then COVID hit right when I got up there. And I learned that I needed to learn how to build a fire, or go cold and not eat. So I actually worked with a fire and got significantly burnt. I have a really awesome scar here, like in the shape of a triangle. Looks like a spaceship. Got really bad burn. And then by the end of the 4 months, my friend and I did a fire dance ceremony. So I went from being terrified of fire to actually dancing with the fire. And that's all sacral. I mean, solar plexus energy right there. And you can also use essential oils on your belly. Lemongrass is good. Coriander, fennel, sage. These are all herbs that you can actually eat too if you have really intense belly pain and digestive issues. You don't want to consume the oils, but you can actually go out and get these plants as well. Sage, lavender, cedarwood. I don't think there's an herb. I don't think you can eat that, but there's an oil that you can use. Like last night, I was having some pain in my belly, and what I did was I was using the breath, and then, it was helping, but I needed some extra assistance. So I actually have this oil that has garlic in it, and I rub that on my belly too. So between the garlic oil and using the breath, this really intense, sharp shooting pain went away, and I fell asleep. The other thing you can do is, we just talked all about it, but the breathing, that is called stoking the fire. Fire needs oxygen. So when you deep breathe into the belly, then that actually, will stoke the fire energetically as well. And like I said, that's in the meditation section. And take care of your solar plexus by watching what you eat. There are certain things that are just like not good at all. Sugar kills all the bad, or sugar actually kills all the good bacteria in your gut. I'm not saying cut it out completely, because I love cookies and cupcakes and ice cream just as much as anyone else, but try to limit that as much as you can. And I know sugar can be really addicting, so if you have an addictive personality, that might be hard. You might need to just cut it out completely and just go to natural sugars like fruit, honey, pure maple syrup. Those are what I consume now, and I used to have a horrible sweet tooth. So yeah, it not only does sugar and dairy, that kind of stuff, it kills the bacteria, good bacteria in your gut, but it also causes inflammation. So, and that's what creates some brain fog. So think again about that gut-brain connection, right? When we eat stuff that causes a lot of inflammation, it actually, makes our brain a little wonky. So if you want to eat good stuff for your body, the good foods to eat for your solar plexus are yellow foods like yellow squash, um, and I can't think of any other yellow foods. But anything, just food in general that does not cause inflammation. And really good spices are ginger, garlic, um, curcumin, what's that orange stuff called? I, I eat it all the time. Maybe it's on here. Oh, turmeric. Yeah, that's good too. And clove. And you want to stay with organic foods as much as possible. Chemicals can upset the belly too. I know that's hard to do sometimes because, especially now, food is just so expensive. But the healthier you eat, the less you eat, basically. Because all processed foods have a lot of additives that actually make you hungrier, and that's why you can't stop eating just 5 chips. You got to keep going. But if you're eating, organic, just like even cutting up a organic red potato and baking it and putting some salt and garlic on it, you'll find that you're not going to eat the whole tray because it actually satisfies your body. So good, healthy foods, organic foods actually last longer. So, metaphysically and emotionally, the way to heal your solar plexus is, through Reiki, parts therapy, trapped emotions, unresolved trauma. That's all gonna stick in your body, whether it's in your solar plexus or elsewhere. It's gonna create problems for you. And very quickly, some affirmations that you can use are: I am worthy, I am powerful. The fire that burns within me removes everything that no longer serves my highest purpose. I am strong. I release all judgments towards myself and others. I love myself completely. So once again, this one's a little bit longer only because I got deathly ill with my belly in 2017, and it was horrible. The pain was so horrible, I just really wanted to die. So I've spent a lot of time working and healing the solar plexus. So if you need any assistance with that, feel free to reach out. We can always set up some sessions. But in the meantime, there's a bunch of stuff that you can do for yourself to heal yourself. And until next time, blessings.